All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're unpacking an incredible story of defiance, hope, and ultimately heartbreak. It all comes from a massive European football match where one team, FC Barcelona, was staring at a mountain that just seemed, well, impossible to climb. So it all starts right here with this one number, 4-0. I mean, just let that sink in. That was the score from the first leg. That's the colossal hole Barcelona had to dig themselves out of. This wasn't just a deficit. It was a complete footballing abyss. Okay, an impossible comeback, right? Well, and if you thought that scoreline was bad, get this. The challenge was actually even bigger. Barca was just hammered by injuries. And on top of that, a key player was suspended, forced to watch from the stands. I mean, literally everything was stacked against them. The stage was set for something truly historic, if they could pull it off. So the first half kicks off a real fight back. And from the very first whistle, Barcelona played with this incredible intensity. I mean, they were all over them. They were pressing high, dominating the ball, just peppering the opposition goal with shots. You had guys like Ferran Torres and Raphinha getting close, creating these half chances. But that crucial breakthrough, it just wouldn't come. You could absolutely feel the tension building with every passing minute. So let's break down how that first half really just exploded into life. After all those near misses, the spark they desperately needed, it came from the young superstar, Lamine Yamal. He goes on this brilliant weaving run, whips in a perfect cross, and Marc Bernal is right there to put it away. Boom, 1-0. You can feel the hope. But then, right at the very end of the half, there's chaos in the penalty area. A Barca player is brought down, and the ref points to the spot. A penalty. Goal! Raphinha scores it! Can you even imagine the pressure on this kick? This was literally the final action of the half. The weight of the whole comeback was on his shoulders. But Raphinha? Absolutely ice cold. He steps up, little stutter step, and just coolly sends the keeper the complete wrong way. The place just erupts. You could feel the entire mood of the night shift in that one single moment. And just like that, the aggregate score is now 4-2. What felt completely impossible just 45 minutes ago suddenly felt real. It felt tangible. And that belief, it wasn't just with the players anymore. It was surging through every single person in that stadium. The comeback was officially 100% on. Okay, so the belief is building. As we head into the second half, you could just feel it in the air. But they needed a hero, right? They needed someone to grab the game by the scruff of the neck. And one player, the young superstar Lamine Yamal, basically decided to put the entire team on his back and just take over. And you don't have to take my word for it. This quote from the commentary really says it all. Lamine's really grown into this game, causing some chaos there with the ball. I mean, that's almost an understatement. He didn't just play well, he became the main character of the story. Every single time he got the ball, you leaned forward, you held your breath, because you knew something special was about to happen. He was just causing absolute chaos. And this was the Lamine Yamal effect in full force. It wasn't just about raw speed or anything like that. No, he was a tactical nightmare. We're talking about these sharp hip movements that would just turn defenders inside out. He was shaking off his markers over and over again. He was creating chances with the outside of his foot, playing these delightful little passes from the wing. He was, simply put, tormenting the opposition defense for the entire half. He was the engine. So with Yamal basically orchestrating everything, Barcelona just kept pushing. And the pressure, my goodness, it became unbearable. It was just wave after wave of attack crashing against that defense. You just had that feeling, You just knew another goal had to be coming. The climax was right around the corner. And then this is the moment, the third goal, the moment the miracle felt real. You've got a perfect delivery whipped into the box from Joao Cancelo. Marc Bernal connects with it. An absolutely exquisite finish, and that's his second goal. The stadium is literally shaking. The comeback is now just one goal away with under 20 minutes to play. Unbelievable. So there it is. The aggregate score is now 4-3. Think about that. After being down 4-0, they have clawed their way back to within a single, solitary goal of leveling the whole thing. The tension at this point is just, it's off the charts. So this was the question on absolutely everyone's mind. Could the miracle actually happen? For those last frantic minutes, nothing else in the world mattered. Was this historic, impossible comeback really going to happen? You better believe Barcelona threw everything they had, and I mean everything, at trying to find that final goal. And then the board goes up. 6 minutes of stoppage time. The final push. 6 minutes for one more goal to complete the miracle. So, of course, Barcelona throws absolutely everyone forward. It was a total siege on the opposition goal. There were near misses, desperate tackles, these heart-stopping moments, and on the other side, Atletico Madrid was just holding on for dear life. But then the final whistle goes, and that sound just brings the whole breathless, incredible comeback attempt to a screeching halt. It's that moment of winning the battle, but losing the war. And with it came this really strange, bittersweet feeling. You know, a mix of immense pride in the fight they put up, but also that crushing, gut-wrenching disappointment of the final result. And this really lays out that final paradox perfectly. Look at this. FC Barcelona wins the match itself, 3-0. On any other night, that's a fantastic result, right? But the aggregate score over the two games ends up being 3-4. So while Barca won the match, it's Atletico Madrid who wins the overall tie. They won the battle, but it just wasn't quite enough. And this line from the commentators just sums it up better than I ever could. Barcelona win the battle, Atletico Madrid win the war. I mean, that's it right there. It just perfectly captures the entire story in one sentence. It was this heroic, passionate, unbelievable performance from Barcelona that won them the game on the night, but in the end, it was Atletico Madrid who won the war and moved on. And so that leaves us with this final question, this final thought to chew on. In the end, Barcelona was eliminated. But the story of their fight, of this near miracle, that's going to be told for years to come. And it kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? Is a glorious failure, a story of heroic effort against impossible odds, sometimes even more powerful, more memorable than just a simple victory?